What we'll most likely look at first is the cost, or how much it's going to cost us, right? But what we don't often think about is what's not partaking. Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Now, if this is your first time, my name is Aaron Ballantyne and you're watching Life According to Aaron. Now, in today's video, I'll be talking about the cost of missed opportunities, or opportunities not taken advantage of, right? Now, I know that when we look at the cost of certain things, that's the immediate thought. Like, for example, if we're interested in taking a course, what we'll most likely look at first is the cost, or how much it's going to cost us, right? But what we don't often think about is what's not partaking in or not buying this course will do. For example, you're interested in the course because you think it will be good, it will teach you something new, it will be beneficial to you, right? But the course, you're perceiving it as too expensive, right? The cost itself, the cost associated with it, too expensive. So you write off the course right away, right? However, what you don't think about is what you stand to lose if you don't partake in the course right away. That consideration should also be on our mind, because as much as the price, the immediate price, is important to consider because it immediately impacts us or immediately impacts our pocket, we should also think about the cost, or how it would cost us not to partake in it. For example, let's use one of my books, for example. So spending $25 on a book, oh god, too expensive. Or spending 365 days, 8,760 hours in the same place for an entire year, not feeling any happier, not feeling any more fulfilled, not feeling any joy, not feeling any contentment, not moving from point A to B where your goals are concerned, not leveling up in life, not getting any closer to achieving your goals. $25, all of what I just mentioned. Now think about it. Which one sounds more expensive to you? The thing about the opportunity cost, or the cost of missed opportunities, is that the saddest part is when we choose not to partake in something because of the upfront cost, we rob ourselves of ever knowing what could have been. For example, if it is that there's an event that you're to attend and you're supposed to pay some money to go to the event, right? And the event is, for example, like a once in a lifetime thing, or it's life-changing, or it's potentially life-changing. When you elect not to do it or not to go, you never, first of all, you rob yourself of anything, you could have benefited from the event by not going. And then you also are completely unaware of how it could have impacted your life positively because you chose not to partake in it. That's another cost that you have to factor in as well. And as much as these situations present themselves in life, you find that there's certain things that you can't attribute this kind of mindset to. For example, you go to the supermarket and you see the cost of the item, but that's food, that's survival. But for things that present opportunities to you, you have to think about the opportunity. You have to think about what you might not get by not partaking in it. Yes, you get to keep your money, but what else do you miss out on by getting to keep your money? That's what we have to think about as well. Let's use Jamaica, for example, right? In 2021, I believe, Jamaica recorded 17,000 new businesses being registered in response to COVID, because people were losing their jobs and we had to find different ways to make money. So in a response to COVID, over 17,000 businesses were registered in Jamaica in 2021, right? Now, this is the opportunity cost, or this is the cost of missing out on opportunities, for example, right? A lot of people were moving online, right? So it would have behooved or benefited people who moved onto the online space to incorporate businesses and services so that they could meet the demand of people moving online, because we weren't doing as much in-person interaction or transactions, right? So creating a business that facilitated an online transaction would have been beneficial, right? That's taking advantage of an opportunity. However, business registration in Jamaica comes at a cost. Setting up an online store comes at a cost, right? If it is that these 17,000 people, or these 17,000 business owners, for argument's sake, looked at the initial cost of setting up the business, getting it registered, setting up online store, for argument's sake, right? And they said to themselves, no, the upfront cost or the initial cost is just too much. Like, the profit from the business, or the opportunity to make profit from the business, is not considered or taken into consideration, because the immediate focus is the cost to start. But what they're not thinking of is how, for example, after setting up this business properly, how they might not have to go back to a regular 9-to-5 job. That is what they're missing out on. They're not considering how, after setting up this business, how it might completely change the rest of their life for the better. That's the opportunity that you miss out on by not upfronting the cost initially. These are the considerations that we should have when it comes to opportunities. As much as those 17,000 plus businesses were established in a response to either capitalizing on the pandemic, the COVID-19 pandemic at the time, or as a response to COVID-19, making some jobs redundant, or people losing their jobs as a form of survival so that they could earn an income. Whatever the case is, those 17,000 plus people made a decision to establish or register the business so that they could take an advantage of an opportunity out there. If it is that they weren't thinking about that, they still made the leap, they still made the step and registered their business because they wanted a particular outcome. For some of them, I am sure they thought about, because some of those businesses didn't exist before. Of course, they were all new, but the mindset behind it is what I'm trying to highlight. Those who thought of, all right, how long am I going to wait before things go back to normal and I can go back to my job? And for those who thought, things might not go back to normal. Maybe this pandemic is my turning point. It is my signal that something different needs to happen in my life. Let me finally start that business. It created the opportunity, and as such would lead to more opportunities for them later down the road, because they took the step, they moved past their initial hesitation to start their business. They moved past the initial hesitation and they said to themselves, let me take the leap. So that action opened them up, or would open up, or should open them up to opportunities later down in life. Because as much as the immediate or the initial cost should be taken into consideration, because you really shouldn't be doing certain things that would significantly jeopardize your ability to survive, at the same time you have to take into consideration what you might stand to lose if it is that you don't partake, if it is that you don't invest, if it is that you don't take that first step or make that first initial investment. All right, just something for you guys to be mindful of whenever it is that you're looking at certain things where cost is concerned. All right, that's it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it, leave a like. If you know somebody who might benefit from what I shared, share it with them as well. And as always, if it is that you want to see more of these videos as soon as they're ready or as soon as they're available, be sure to subscribe. Also, I'm curious if it is that you've had opportunities or situations where you've passed upon something and then you've had a regret, or you took the step, you looked past the cost, and you ended up benefiting significantly. I would love for you to share those stories down in the comments, because I like to read them and I'm sure others would like to as well. So leave them in the comments, share your thoughts, share your stories, and I look forward to reading them. All right, thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.